Hey everyone, I'm going to show you this other house that I acquired through a package deal. The previous owner of this home was a serious collector, and there was a ton of interesting stuff in the home that I'm going to show you. And the house is also very close to the beach, so it's a prime location. It's a craftsman style home which would be interesting to renovate. If you're interested about the house flip numbers, make sure you stay tuned until the very end. The front yard is not that big and the curb appeal is pretty simple. There's some gravel, some plants, and some weeds. So we'll kill the weeds and add some more plants and color. In terms of the building structure, the house is painted this medium blue color, and hey, I'm actually matching today. We're definitely gonna get rid of the color because it's not very appealing, so some new paint color will accentuate the architectural feature of the home and actually make the house look nicer. We're also going to replace the old windows and the front door and give this home a fresh look. Now welcome inside. The house is completely empty now, but when I first came here, there was quite a collection. There was a witch right by the front door, a wolf-looking character, some nutcrackers and pirates, and also some dolls. The previous owner moved out and took all their treasured belongings with them, and now this home is a blank canvas. In this living room, I actually really like that there is coved 9-foot ceiling, which makes the space look very spacious. Because this is also a craftsman house, we actually have some interesting architectural character here. For example, this little bench right by the window is pretty cute, and we plan to keep it, maybe just add some padding or pillows here to dress it up. And we are going to also replace the ceiling fan with some recessed lights. Even though there's already very good natural light, we still want the room to be bright even at nighttime. On the flooring, we're going to replace this very dirty carpet, but I like that all the trim and baseboards are already very wide and they look quite nice. So we definitely will keep the trim around just to do a new coat of paint on it. The dining room is right next to the living room and it's large and grand. We're going to replace this ceiling fan with a pretty chandelier. At the end, there's the built-in cabinets that are quite old school. The drawers here don't operate very well, and in modern households, this is actually not very functional, but it's taking up quite a bit of space. So we'll probably remove it. And then, of course, we're going to replace this dirty carpet as well. If you're interested in turning old rundown homes like these into dream homes, join my coaching program, Transform Flipper Academy. I teach my students the ins and outs about house flipping and help them achieve financial freedom. Schedule a call with us today. The kitchen is in a centralized location, but is tucked behind the dining room. It got baby blue color cabinets that are really old, and there is the makeshift open shelving. Even though there's a lot of space here, the kitchen itself is quite small. We have very few cabinets and little counter space, and there's not even a dishwasher or a microwave. So for a house of this size, this kitchen is definitely not up to the modern standard. I'm thinking to enlarge it. So this would be a prime wall that we can utilize. Currently, there is a pantry in here that's very shallow because the previous owner already moved up this wall to use the space for the other room in the back. And Then there's also the old school ironing board right here. So I'm thinking to actually remove both of these things so we can put more cabinets and countertops along this wall to make this kitchen more functional. And because of how spacious it is here, we can also consider putting an island right along this way and have some eating space here. At the same time, we may also remove this wall between the kitchen and the dining room to make this flow a little better. The space right off of the kitchen is really awkward. There's a door to a small closet with a water heater inside. And then on this side, we have the washer and dryer hookup. And towards the end, there is a kind of a half bathroom, but there's actually only a toilet. And then we have a door to the backyard. On the other side, there's a tiny little room with windows on both sides, but it's not even big enough to fit a bed in here. And then attached to it is a relatively large walk-in closet. So this entire area is so weird and not very functional. My immediate thought was to convert this into a primary bedroom. So removing all of these walls and also make this bathroom a little bigger by pushing the wall out here and removing the door to the backyard so that we can have a primary bathroom in this area, and also relocate the laundry maybe into the kitchen area, and also relocating the water heater as well. So then this whole area would be a really nice primary bedroom. This house currently is about 1,500 square feet with 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath with the one with only a toilet. So this move will add a primary bedroom in this home and dramatically increase the value. Through the doorway right off of the living room, we get into the first bedroom. So this room is kind of interesting because this is the doorway from the living room, and then there's another doorway going into the hallway. So a bedroom doesn't need 2 doors, but this is actually pretty common in older homes. We plan to close off this doorway to the living room to give the room a more functional space. The closet right here actually has a secret compartment. If you open it up, you actually see the remnants of an old chimney. Theoretically, we can add more space into the closet if we push this wall backwards a little more. The only bathroom in the house right now has a really weird layout. There's a shower that's like a hole in the wall, really tiny, and then a tub right next to it, and the toilet is facing the door, and then this little vanity is pedestal sink, and it's rubbing against the door, causing a big mark on the door. So the space is actually not small, it's just how it was laid out. So we plan to relocate the tub to the end and then put maybe the toilet on this side and then the vanity over here so we wouldn't have to relocate the door. The second bedroom in the house has got a ton of natural light coming in from big windows on both sides. We're definitely going to replace the ceiling fan and replace these windows, repaint the walls, refinish the hardwood floors. And the good thing is there's actually a really good sized walk-in closet, so it will be a nice feature. The backyard is quite extensive. There's the entry point to the large basement over there and a nice sized patio. Over here, there's a single car garage and a workshop. And at the center of the backyard, there's some grass and river rocks in the middle with a lot of sculptures. This is really quite a fun mixture of sculptures. There are some turtles, bunnies, a gargoyle, and also some dragon. So it's a cool collection, but we're probably going to have to get rid of a lot of these to make it more clean. Towards the end of this backyard, there are two large sheds that would provide a lot of useful space. You can use them as an office or a gym or however you want. But the interesting thing is they were actually designed to be used as garages. As I mentioned earlier, these two properties, I actually purchased them together from the same owner. So the previous owner really took advantage of the two properties being connected. So they didn't put a fence between these two, and instead they borrowed a lot of the backyard space from the other property to put in this large concrete pad that functions as driveways into these two sheds. So these two sheds were actually used as garages before, but because we're going to renovate these two properties separately and also sell them separately, so we're going to have to put the fence back up and return the space in the backyard back to that other property. So unfortunately, these two sheds wouldn't function as garages anymore.
I love that this house has great bones and a lot of value-add potential. I know it's controversial among the viewers whether I should keep or remove the built-ins, but I always make the renovation decisions based on my target buyers' needs and wants. The target buyers for this home are likely young couples who work in tech, and most likely they would appreciate the craftsman style, but only to the degree that it would function as a modern home. So it's important to bring the home up to contemporary standards so the next buyers would love and enjoy the home. I'm thrilled to get started on the project soon and can't wait to show you how it turns out. Don't miss the house flip numbers right after this.
I hope this tour was fun for you. If you're interested in the numbers, here they are. I purchased this home for $1.3 million, and we plan to put about $180,000 into the renovation, and after repair value would be around $1.8 million. So there's some good margin in there. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Throughout the house, which means that the heater with a toilet right across the a little more clean and more organized, you know.